The syntax is, suppose we declare a variable salary of 10. This is a single dimensional array. So array salary stores salary of 10 employees. Means sequence of 10 integers is stored one after another in memory represents an array. Note that a string can be considered as a sequence of characters and arrays of characters. For understanding the arrays properly, let us consider the following program. Suppose integer x equals to 5, x equal to 10, and we will now just print the value of x. See here, if you run this program, obviously you will get the value of x equals to 10. See, x equal to 10. We will just clear the screen. Now run the program. See, the value of x is 10. No doubt this program has printed the value of x as 10. Why so? Because when a value 10 is assigned to x, the earlier value of x, namely 5, is lost. Thus, ordinary variables, the ones which we have used so far, are capable of holding only one value at a time, as in this example. However, there are situations in which we would want to store more than one value at a time in a single variable. For example, suppose we wish to arrange the percentage of marks obtained by 100 students in ascending order. In such a case, we have two options to store these marks in memory. First, construct 100 variables to store percentage marks obtained by 100 different students, namely each variable containing one student's marks. Construct one variable called array or subscripted variable capable of storing or holding all the 100 values. Obviously, the second alternative is better. A simple reason for this is it would be much easier to handle one variable than handling 100 different variables. Moreover, there are certain logics that cannot be dealt with without the use of an array. For example, we can store 5 values of type integer in an array without having to declare 5 different variables, each one with different identifier. Instead of that, using an array, we can store 5 different values of the same type integer, for example, with a unique identifier. For example, an array to contain 5 integer values of type integer called Billy could be represented as where each blank panel represents an element of the array, that in this case are integer values of type integer. These elements are numbered from 0 to 4, since in arrays the first index is always 0 independently of its length. See how actual the array element is stored. Suppose if you declare the array single dimensional array, the syntax will be integer x of 5. So inside memory, the actual value, suppose if you enter 5 numbers 10, 20, 22, 11 and 14. So these numbers will be stored as an index value. So 10 will be stored under 0 index and 20, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Like this, Using a single variable, you can hold 5 values at a time. A index number starts with 0. Row wise, we can store at a single dimension, but in a multi-dimensional array, we can store row wise as well as column wise. The syntax of multi-dimensional array will be, suppose 5 of 5. This will be a multi-dimensional array syntax. So we will just start a single dimensional array program to take the input of 10 numbers from the user and print those numbers. For this, we require two variables. Suppose integer num of 10 comma I. For loop, we will use a I variable, as instead of typing printf scanf statement for 10 times, we will use the loops facility here. See, enter any 10 numbers. Now for I equal to 0, I less than 10 and I plus plus. As the index number of array starts with 0, we have to use I equal to 0 here. Under this loop, we will just type a scanf statement to accept the values. But the difference will be, till now we were just placing a variable name and num, but for arrays, num of I we have to use here. See, means for the first time number will be accepted in a 0 element. Next time the value of I will be 1, then number will be accepted in 1 index. So 0 to 9 means 10 values will be stored. Now print the series. Suppose the elements of the array are, once again we have to use a for loop, as at a time we have to display all the 10 numbers. For that, a loop will be used. Same variable we will use here, I variable, as we are accepting with the help of I variable. Num of I. We have to display the element value, so always use a subscripted value, that is a array value. Hope you have understood the concept of arrays. To hold multiple values into single variable, we have to use the concept of array. So for accepting first loop we are using, and for displaying those numbers which we have accepted with for loop, applying the scanf statement in that, and for displaying also we will use a for loop with a printf statement. Press Ctrl F9 to run this program. Just we will enter any 10 values here. Suppose 1, 2, 3, 4. Fine. See, the elements of array are here. Some mistake is there in our program. First we have declared the variable. See, the actual syntax for loop is wrong. We have applied the semicolon, means value has not been accepted, so a garbage value is displayed in front of you. Once again we will run this program. Press Ctrl F9. Fine. Now it's correct. See, the numbers which we have accepted are displayed. The elements of array are 1 to 10. Means in a single variable 10 values are stored as per the index number. Means 1 is inside 0 index, 2 inside 1, and so on till 10. See, actual in memory like this it is storing I of 0 equal to 1. Then I of 1 equal to 2. Like this it is creating a index element series. So here we complete the first program of